solve a problem that has to do a little bit with fractions. It's been a while since we've worked on fractions, but I think you guys are pretty good with them, so we can figure this out. This is a problem. It's called Who Wants Pancakes? And the teacher, Ms. Rodriguez, is going to make pancakes for pajama day at their school. And this is her pancake recipe. But she has a little problem. The pancake recipe only makes enough for 8 servings, for 8 people to eat pancakes. Ms. Rodriguez actually has 24 students in her class. So she's trying to figure out how she can make this recipe make enough pancakes to feed all 24 kids in her class.
So, girls, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Are you saying the new recipe should be
Times
9.5 teaspoons of baking powder?
Yeah, what we're doing is we're just forgetting about the fractions and then timing that number and then just adding it.
So you guys are dealing with the whole numbers first, and you're going to just kind of ignore the fractions at first, and just times the whole numbers. And then what will you do?
And then we just do the whole numbers and then add the fractions.
So 1.5 cups of flour.
Let me explain. Okay, so split this into 3 times 3 equals 9, and then 2 times 3 equals 1 and 1/4.
The cups of flour is 1.5.
3 and 1/2. Oh, yeah. Because 1/2 plus 1/2 equals 1 whole, and then we have to add. Yeah, so yeah, I agree with you.
The sugar?
Yeah.
Okay, so for the sugar, you had 1 and 1/4.
And we just forgot about the fraction, and then we did 1 times 3, and then.
Okay, and so then you just forgot about the fraction.
Yeah.
Did you? And then you added the fraction back in. Okay. So what I want you to do is, can you show a picture of that to prove to us that that's correct?
I don't want to get reported. C. Because these two problems are C. Really?
So shade 3.5. So what you're going to do is you're going to reflect on your work, and you're going to pick one ingredient or maybe 2 ingredients that you think you figured out in a really creative way, or a really efficient way, or a really unique way. And you're going to show your thinking for 1 ingredient or maybe 2 ingredients on the poster.
Another one equals 2.
And then that time is 1
The 1/4 times 3 equals 3/4.
I split the 3 holes into a half, and then 3 times 3 equals 9, and a half times 3 equals 1.5, and this is how I solved that. 1.5 plus 1.5 equals 1, and then 1 plus 1.5 equals 1.5, which is that right there, and then I put those together, which is 9 plus 1.5 equals 10.5. Oh wait, let's have Nomi do it. We'll take this one.
So I know because I did 3 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2. I know that this is 3 plus 3 plus 3, and then plus 1.5.
This is, yeah. What? This is not 3, this is 1. 1 whole, I get it. So this is 3, 6, 9, and this is
1.5, and then I plus it all together. 10.5.
So we did something similar. So our mistake is that first we were timing. We didn't know that we first
first we just times the number of it, but we forgot about the fraction.
We weren't gonna
and then
use
we
the
just,
fraction.
Yeah, and then we just stuck the number of the
But then
fraction.
Miss Garrett told us to show our thinking.
And then
when
we
we
showed-
started to show our thinking,
And then
and
we were like, oh yeah.
so we were. Fraction way was, for example, cups of flour. Before it was 1 1/2, but we had to change the ingredients.
We times the ingredients by 3 because 8 times 3 is 24. We doubled the answer by 3 and we left the fraction the way it was. For example, the cups of flour. The answer was 4 1/2, but the ingredients on the paper was 1 1/2. And we just left the fraction the way it was. And we got 3 1/2. But then what we did this picture. On the left side is the wholes and on the right side is the fractions. On 1 whole plus 3 wholes equals 4 wholes, and 4 wholes plus 1 1/2 equals 4 1/2.
So you guys are sharing about a mistake that you made, is that right? Did anybody else make a similar mistake as to what they did? Oscar, tell us about your mistake.
We did the same thing as him.
So what happened?
We didn't draw it out. So then we forgot to add in the other 2 halves. So we only had it.
So the 2 halves make an extra hole, and you forgot about that the first time. Very good. Does this remind anybody of anything else in math sometimes when we have to combine and it makes a new unit? Talk with your partner for a minute about that. What we have in math. What's another common mistake we have, Mark?
I think it's in adding, like when it's 9 and 2 are the ones and you compare and then you break the 2 in half, then flip it to the tens place, and then it will be a 9 and 2 there. So you break that in half and double it.
It's not like doubling and halving. He's making a connection to addition. So sometimes if we're doing an addition problem, say we had something like 109 plus 112. Some kids will get the answer of 211. And some kids get that answer because when they add 9 plus 2, what do they get? They get 11, but what did they forget?
They forgot the 12. They forgot the 10 by the.
They forgot that they made a whole new 10, and they had to carry that 10 over.
Put the 1 over 12.
That's right. And so, in fractions, sometimes instead of making a whole new 10, we make a whole new whole. So when you're first learning to add and to multiply fractions, you have to pay attention to when your fractions actually give you a whole nother whole.
Way. We thought it would be easier to put the half and the other half together to make a whole, so we would only have a half left to make 1 1/2.
So you guys had an interesting way of showing how in your mind you imagined combining those halves together.
Yes. So here's the 3 1/2, the number 3 1/2, and the number 3 1/2. And then there's the whole of it is 10 1/2, etc.
So first you have to do, we did 3 times 3 equals 9. And then we had 3 halves left. And so we did 3 times the half. So 1 half, 2 halves till we get to 10. Then 1 more half to 10.
How is their strategy different from each other? What did you guys come up with? Oscar.
Neville did the halves at the end before the whole, and Zach did the halves with the whole.
So they did 3 1/2 in a chunk, 3 1/2 in a chunk, and 3 1/2. But they did all the whole numbers together and all the halves together.
I did the same.
Do you think this one's easier and makes more sense in your brain?
No. Yeah.
How many of you like it this way, doing all the holes and then the halves? Are both of them correct?
Yeah.
Yep, whichever one's easier for you.